In this video, I'm going to show how to use StatCrunch and Microsoft Excel for creating relative frequencies. Here in StatCrunch, we have on the left-hand column the different means of travel, and in the second column the frequencies of those different means of travel. What I'm going to do is create a third column of relative frequencies. So I'm going to go to Data, and I'm going to compute an expression. The expression that I'm going to build is going to take each frequency value and divide it by the total sum. I'm going to go over to Build. I'm going to select the column frequency to say that I want to take each row's entry in frequency. And now I want to divide it by the sum of that column. So I come over to Functions, I scroll down to Sum, double click on it, and now I click on Frequency because that's the column that I want to sum. I hit OK. I can label this column Relative Frequency. Hit Compute. So now I have a column of the different relative frequencies related to the frequency column. In my fourth column, I'm going to create a cumulative relative frequency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding the first row and then the second row to get the second entry. I'll add the third row to get the third entry. And I can do that once again by going to Data, Compute, Expression. I'm going to build my expression by taking the function cumulative sum, and I want to take the cumulative sum of the relative frequencies. Hit OK. I'm going to label this cum relative frequency. Hit Compute. So now I have a column of the cumulative relative frequencies. With my data over in Excel, I want to create over in the third column a relative frequency. Before I do that, I need to sum up my values. I'm going to click in the cell right underneath my different frequencies, and I'm going to click on the bar Auto Sum. Hit Enter. There are a total of 200 frequencies. Now I'm going to go up to C1, cell C1, and create an equation. It's going to be equals, I'll click on the 153 divided by the 200. Now while I'm here, before I hit anything else, I'm going to hit F4. F4 in a Windows program creates these dollar signs, which holds the cell number exactly as it is. I'll hit Enter, and there's my relative frequency. I'll click back in cell C1, and I'm going to double click on the autofill, which is this dark green little square. And there it has created all the relative frequencies by taking the formula that I built and just dragging it straight down. If I need the cumulative relative frequencies, then I would need to add together each of the relative frequencies as I go. So for the second one, I would take the prior relative frequency and add to it the next row, or the next frequency. Now that I've built that equation one time, I can drag it all the way down. Now I have a column, that's column C, that's the relative frequency, and I have a column in column D, that's the cumulative relative frequencies.